just getting set up here. Give me a minute. Just getting my pad and paper. I think I found a quiet channel. I'm going to try for a few minutes. I got stuff I got to do today, but man, conditions look pretty good. Not hearing much Europe this morning. It was in there, but it wasn't good for us. But I'm hearing a lot of Southwest, so we'll see what we can do.
Waiting on you, Bob. 3 plus mark on the right, everything looks good. Clear, do whatever you want. Come on, 260. 4 with tag, coming up. Bridge. You've got 929.
I got you 929. I got you 929. You got Radio Man 260 up here in the northeast corner, state of Maine. Back to you.
Right now you are riding the left zip. 1 tire.
929 coast of Florida. Yeah, you're a little weak. Sounds like there's like a wide load crew or something on the channel. I hear some guy calling out clear on the left and da 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 da. So sounds like there might be a wide load escort or something on this channel. Okay, 929. All right, 929. Radio Man 260, state of Maine, standing by for any stations. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling CQ for any stations. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling for any stations. This is Radio Man 260, Northeast Corner, United States, calling for any stations and standing by. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling for any stations and standing by. I heard a beep, 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 beep out there. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I wonder if it's somebody up here locally. I got the beam pointed down to the southwest, so if you're in Maine, Probably talking to the back of my beam. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling CQ for any stations and standing by. This is Radio Man, Northeast Corner, Maine. I think I heard something like 165 or something in Columbia, maybe South Carolina, I don't know. Try it again. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, State of Maine, calling for any stations and standing by. That's the risk you run. You just go to a quiet channel so people don't start yelling at you, because they're set up on 38 having their coffee club. Then you try to go to another channel and holler, and you try to draw people off the other channels, and you can't get anybody. I know the band's open, but I see there's 38, 39, there's friggin' AM. There's AM here. There's no one on 37 right now. Maybe I can draw somebody in on 37 if I go down there. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling any stations and standing by. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling any stations and standing by. Well, try once more, and then I guess I'm going to spin the dial. Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling for any stations and standing by.
Roger that, 757. Thanks for the comeback, sir. Have a great rest of your day. 850 Pensacola, Florida, standing by.
What's copy this morning?
This is Southwest 05, 73. 38, good morning to you. I'm going to back down and let that other guy. That's good, Roger.
Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling for any stations and standing by.
out downtown Amarillo, Texas. Big John over here on this end. Appreciate the comeback.
QDX,
Don't be here, 99, I ain't trying to walk on you, though. Didn't quite catch what you were saying there, but appreciate the contact. 638, Central Oklahoma, did it. We are headed by it.
Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest.
8418 Florida, Eagle Bender 31, Nebraska.
You sounding great, man. Keep some of the flowers because you're really doing it. It is rough and tough here on the 385.
How about it, 418 Florida, Eagle Bender 31, Nebraska.
Out there around Jackson, you guys.
How about a 357, White Lineland out of Vermont. You got a copy on 1218 Amarillo, Texas?
318.
Radio Man 260, State of Maine, northeast corner. Radio Man 260, State of Maine, northeast corner.
CQ.
638 Central Oklahoma from 260 Southern Maine.
This is Alpha Echo 5,
Tango 27, South Texas, waving.
A radio check for making it to Nebraska.
Yeah, 638, a lot of stations in there, but I was able to pull you out. Have a good one. 638 Central Oklahoma from the Radio Man 260 State of Maine.
Papa Tango 27, South Texas.
Definitely appreciate the contact on this end.
Roger, baby.
638 Central Oklahoma.
Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5.
Morning, 406.
This is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest.
How about it? Anybody want to talk to Big John? What's QSY at 27-3?
Texas 219, looking for QSO.
375. Get off this channel. We're standing. I thought I heard somebody else coming in there for the 638. Hello there, Kip. What's going on?
Made it do it. I guess everybody done got up out of here this morning by now. He's at it, done headed to church. 604. Anyway, we back up out of radio.
CQ, this is Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, northeast corner, Maine. Standing by, any stations.
Good to hear everybody. This is 72 Nebraska. You sounding good, Jacksonville.
CQ contest, CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo.
Out there in the
This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo.
Hey,
This is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest.
Sounding good, brother.
Radio Man 260, Radio Man 260, calling for any stations and standing by, northeast corner, Maine.
All right there. Hey, 121 out there around
CQ contest, CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is CQ contest, CQ contest.
87 High Plains of Colorado. We'll catch you later.
Yeah, how about that Radio Man 260, 21 Oklahoma?
21 Oklahoma, you got Radio Man 260, go ahead.
Yeah, Radio Man 260, 21 Oklahoma. Long time no talk to there. I see you got that live feed going this morning there, Radio Man 260, 21 Oklahoma.
Is your dog on the radio?
Yeah, I got the live feed going, 21 Oklahoma. Good to hear from you. Yeah, just finishing up my cup of coffee here before I go outside. And I got the quad pointing out to the southwest this morning. Back to you.
CQ contest.
Roger. Well, you got a good signal down here in Oklahoma. I'm sure them guys down there in Texas are this direction hearing you no problem. Anyway, you have a good one. It's a little busy from my direction also, catching all them stations up there to the northeast there. Anyway, have a good one. Good talking with you again. 21 Oklahoma. Have a good one there, Radio Man 260.
CQ CQ contest.
2-1 Oklahoma sounds good. Yeah, you're on the live feed. You got a good signal. And so you ought to be able to hear yourself on the live feed there. I just started a little while ago. 2-1 Oklahoma from Radio Man 260. I got a clock down in the screen, so you try to fast forward through the video, and you ought to see the time there that comes up on the clock.
See what we sound like on the
CQ
live feed once
contest,
again.
CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo.
Have a good one. 2-1
This
Oklahoma.
is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest.
How about that 3175-707?
Yeah, at Buffalo, New York station. You're sounding good down here in Oklahoma. Strong signal, no problems down this way. 2-1 Oklahoma. 11 meter. Wow.
Radio Man 260, State of Maine, northeast corner, calling for any stations and standing by.
Holy 163, give him a chance. Give him a chance, 163. Roger, roger, 409 Buffalo, New York, no problems down this way. 2-1 Oklahoma, we're back on the side.
163 Dallas, Troy.
163 Dallas from 260 Maine. 163 Dallas from 260 State of Maine.
Yeah, 260 Maine. Low traffic in there, but you're making the trip down to Dallas, QSL.
Copy that on the Dallas. Is this the 163? How about that station in Dallas from 260 State of Maine? Go ahead.
How much here, 260, breaker, breaker?
Oh, go ahead for 260 there, breaker, breaker.
How goes it? You on the flat side, vertical, what do you want?
I'm on the flat side right now because it's quieter.
10-4 on the flat side, 10-4 on the flat side.
Yeah, just pointed down to the just pointed out to the southwest right now.
Too early in the morning.
Yeah, 410 Story Valley. I just wanted to wave a hand at you, Radio Man. 243, back quiet.
All right, 243. Yeah, I picked up Australia last night. Tony the Blacksmith.
There you go, congrats.
Yep.
Too early in the morning, Joe. You blow pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Grandkids.
That's right over the top.
Now you go. Make it home. Go back to bed.
CQDX 707 Southeast Texas, saying good morning.
707 Southeast Texas from 260 State of Maine.
Is that 260 or 360 up there in the state of Maine? Good morning to you.
Yeah, you got the 260 Radio Man, State of Maine. Back to you.
The QSL on the 260, you know, it's a little rough on that end. I imagine you're having, on this end, I imagine you're having the same problem on your end. Good morning. Oh, I appreciate the shout back.
Yeah, what was your numbers again?
Take care, brother. QSL numbers down here are 707. Personal is Jim, Juliet, India Mike, QSL.
Okay, Jim, copy that. 707 Jim in Texas. Well, you got the Radio Man 260 up here, State of Maine, and you got a good signal up in the State of Maine. I got the quad pointed down to the southwest this morning.
Man, call time is here into Colorado. Hey, 260, QSY to 395 if you would. QSY to 395. All the best, and we'll catch you.
Copy 395. Stand by.
87 out here. How about that 260? Did you make it up here?
707 Dallas, Texas, or I think you said Dallas. 707 Texas from 260 Maine.
Hello, hold on a second, that other operator. Hello, 260, you did make it. Yeah, 707, we got you.
Yeah, we got some AM up here on 39, but you're getting right over it on sideband. So how you doing this afternoon? Or excuse me, this morning?
I'm doing fine, man. The weather's pretty good here. Everything's good. I got my cup of coffee. How about you?
Yep, I'm doing the same thing. I got my cup of coffee. It's sitting on my Mr. Coffee hot plate to keep it hot, and doing a little DX before I go outside. I got a 4-element quad pointed out to the southwest, and I'm actually doing a little live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Just a little Sunday morning DX before I go outside and enjoy the nice weather. Back to you.
Yeah, QSL, we got somebody in there having a conversation. Who knows where they're at? I'm still hearing you through it, but it's breaking it up a little bit. Yeah, I heard that you were doing a live YouTube. Is that right?
Yeah, if you look up Radio Man 260 on YouTube or Radio Man on Facebook, you'll find me. I got like a little cartoon character. It says Radio Man for my avatar.
I'm sorry, 260. We got a local conversation going on somewhere. You just never know when you pick a frequency to jump to what's going to happen. But I appreciate the If you want to try it one more time, I'll see if I can get it.
Yeah, you can try looking up Radio Man 260 on YouTube, or you can look up Radio Man on Facebook, and you should find me. I got like a little cartoon character for an avatar. It says Radio Man on it, talking into like a D104.
QSL Radio Man, I didn't catch the YouTube channel, but I could probably find it through Facebook. Radio Man, and he caught it 100% that time. It looked like they shut down that conversation. You know, a lot of times people say I'm clear. I do it all the time, and I'm nowhere near clear of the channel. Roger.
Yeah, you should find me. Like I said, it'll come up Freddie Burns on Facebook if you want to look on Facebook. Freddie Burns with Radio Man in parentheses. And I'm actually live right now if you look me up on Facebook. And it's open. It's you should be able to let me just double check. Let me just notice one thing. Make that public so everybody can see it. There you go. Yeah, so it's public right now. You should be able to find me.
Okay, sounds good. Freddie Burns, I think I told you my personal already. It's Jim down here, Roger.
Yeah, Jim, we got you down here. Yeah, like I said, I just something I did for fun here. Like I said, I got an SDR, so you'll be able to see everything on there. And, yeah, and like I said, just look that up, and yeah, you got a good signal up here this morning. So yeah, I'm just having a little coffee myself. We had kind of a, which was good. Hurricane Lee was kind of a nothing burger, which is fine by me. It was supposed to be pretty bad yesterday, but it wasn't bad at all. It was just a windy day.
Yeah, sometimes those weather people, they overblow the situation. I think you get some viewership, Roger.
I think you're exactly right. They sell advertising, and people buy right into it. You go into the grocery store, there's no bread, there's no milk, there's no toilet paper. They buy up all the beer. It's crazy.
Yeah, we get the same thing down here. People go nuts, and there's nothing you can do about Mother Nature, man. You could prepare, but if she wants to take it, she'll take it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we were all set to go. Generator was ready. Plenty of food and supplies. You know, I had I've been doing a lot of tree cutting over here, getting rid of all. We got, obviously Maine is the pine tree state. So we've cleared a lot of the softwoods out that could potentially fall on anything. And the only trees that I have close to anything are hardwoods, and those tend to fare a little bit better in the rough weather. So try to be pretty well prepared up here. It is New England. The weather can be pretty shitty.
Yeah, QSL, I've got a 70-foot pine tree about 15 feet from my house, right in front of my house down here, and I don't know how it survived. It survived for the past 30-some years.
Oh, yeah, copy that. Yeah, I mean, you know, the roots are shallow, and plus we had a problem with these bugs. It was like an infestation. It killed a lot of these trees. So, I mean, we heat with wood here too. I try not to burn softwood. If I got a little bit of softwood, I'll mix it in with the hardwood in the wood stove. But I cut down a few hardwood. I put up a tower just this summer, so I got a 50-foot self-supporting aluminum tower. It's a tilt over, and I put a 4-element white lightning quad on it. That's the antenna. I'm actually on the horizontal right now because it's quieter, and I could hear things better. And like I said, I got it pointed out towards the southwest, and you know, that's what we're doing. But I cut down a couple hardwoods. It looked like there was some dead limbs, and I was afraid of it damaging the tower. So before I put the tower up, I cut a few hardwoods down, and we'll use that to heat the house this winter.
What did you use the hardwood for? I caught everything but that.
Oh, I'll cut it up and split it with my wood splitter, and I'll burn it in my wood stove. Heat the house. Back to you.
Oh, QSL, yeah. The only thing burning down here is the sun. I got it. Sounds like a nice setup you got there, though, with that tower, that fold-over tower. I used to have a crank-up tower years ago. That was pretty nice. Now I use simple things, like I have a 25-foot flagpole that's telescopic, and my antenna can come up and down, shooting down in 30 seconds or less. It's so easy to maintain it that way.
Yeah, I have a telescopic flagpole. I have flags on. I got the state flag and the American flag, but I don't actually. Incidentally, I took it inside for the storm. It's an aluminum telescopic flagpole. I believe it's 25 feet. I don't know. It feels sturdy enough for flags, but I don't know if I would trust an IMAX on it. But maybe you got a really durable one. I don't know. I mean, the one I have is durable enough for a flag. I just don't know if it's durable enough to put a 22-foot IMAX on. Back to you.
The ease of taking it up and down. It's 11-gauge aluminum, so it's pretty tough. And you just push buttons and drop it down. I have a flag on it too, by the way.
Copy that. Yeah, the one I have, I can't remember. It's actually made. It's a Made in America flagpole, and then the flags were made in Maine. So the American flag was hand stitched. It's called, I think it's called 1918 Flag Company. It's a Maine company. So I bought the flagpole. Like I said, it was American made flagpole, and then I got the flags right here in Maine. And they had a deal. If you bought the American flag, they would throw in the pine tree Maine flag. It's not the official Maine flag. It's the original Maine flag with the pine tree and the star on it. They're kind of popular up here. People kind of like them. I guess it's kind of like throwback jerseys in sports, I guess. I don't know. Back to you there, Jim.
Yeah, 206 is getting real rough on this end, man, but Radio Man. Shoot, I forgot your personal. Thought I wrote it down. But you got Jim on this end, Juliet Indy Mike, Roger.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, the personal here is Bob, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo. It kind of confuses people because on my Facebook it's Freddie Burns. I just created a Facebook page strictly for CB Radio, and I made up a fake name and stuff like that, so it confuses people. I understand, but I wanted my Facebook just to be for CB Radio, and I just made like a alias type. Not because I'm trolling people on there. I just wanted an account that there's no politics on there. It's just radio stuff. So, but yeah, if you want to look me up on Facebook, just look me up, Freddie Burns, the Radio Man. I got a YouTube page too and all that. I just do this stuff for fun, but yeah, you got a pipeline up here. I'm only hearing you, so it's too bad that you're having a hard time hearing me. So I'll wrap this transmission up because it sounds like you're struggling to hear me, Jim. Back to you.
Yeah, I caught almost 95% of that transmission. It just in and out down here with the QRM, you know. Yeah, I guess Mark Zuckerberg won't be monitoring.
Wood chopper!
No, that's an alien.
We keep saying the old radio's going out.
How you doing, old friend? 451 Texas.
I don't know. Is this GMRS?
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I'm getting some Texas stations coming in now up here, Jim. So maybe we got to wrap it up and let someone else have a turn on here. Good talking to you, Jim. Nice chat. 707 Jim down in Texas. Radio Man 260. We'll listen in.
All right, Woodchopper, I hear some other activity out there, man. I'm going to let it go. Woodchopper, good to hear you, sir. We'll catch you again. 451, done.
707 Texas.
Hey, Radio Man 260, 21 Oklahoma again. You copy? Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say on that last signal I heard you on the side. I got you almost 20 dB that last transmission there about 30 seconds ago. That was a real strong signal.
CQ contest.
Yeah, yeah, 2-1 Oklahoma. Yeah, the horizontal side was just way quieter, and I was hearing everybody better, so I just left it on horizontal.
Oh, Roger. Well, that's the strongest signal I've ever seen you, at least down here in Oklahoma from the last time we talked, 4 or 5 months ago or 6 months ago. Just letting you know that thing's working good, at least in Oklahoma. That's a pretty stout signal. No problems there. That's like I said, strongest I've ever seen you.
Yeah, 2-1 Oklahoma. Yeah, last time we talked, I was on an IMAX about 50 feet up in the tree, so that was the last time we talked. I looked through my little unofficial logbook here. I make notes when I talk to people.
Okay. I figure I gave you that signal report. Heard you zipped up here, or see that on the
CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5 Lima Bravo. This is
the Watergate there. I guess that's what they call that. But anyway, that's working good for you, and I figure I'd just give you that signal report. And that setup with the aluminum tower, 50 feet. Usually they say you want your antenna about 36 feet minimum to get the optimal radiation pattern. But that's sound like you got it going real good.
This is AE5LB.
Yeah, I heard at a station out there, 2-1 Oklahoma. Take care. There was a weaker station out there calling for 260. You got covered up by some other stations. This is Radio Man 260, standing by for any other stations.
This is Alpha Echo 5 Lima Bravo.
Yeah, I hear you out there. Hello, 909 Tony, Texas.
Hey, 909 Tony in Texas. Yeah, this Alpha Echo 5 Lima Bravo. Apparently he's just playing a recording. He's moved from 38 to 39 now.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess he's trying to cause problems, but not kind of everybody's talking over him. Anyways, good to hear you again, Radio Man. Tony with Joe Gunn. Always good to hear you, bud.
Tony, I saw a picture of your antenna. How tall is that tower? It looks like you're way above the trees.
It really is. It's only 71 foot to the beam, but my property's pretty good size, and that is actually on a hill, on a bedrock hill that just kind of pops up on our property. So, I mean, truthfully, it throws it up over 115 feet or so, maybe 120, Roger.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw that picture on Facebook, and I was like, wow, holy crap. That's pretty cool, and it's 8 elements. I was like, that's no wonder why I got a pathway to you up here.
Yeah, you're doing good too, man. Hey, it's always good to talk to you, my friend, Radio Man. Owning it down in Texas. Hey, we'll let you get back to your .395, man. Your friend Tony with Joe Gun, 7-3, bud.
Yeah, 7-3. Nice talking to you, Tony. Take care. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about your antenna. Unfortunately, I'm not running one. Not for any bad reason. I just wanted to try a quad, but maybe someday we'll try one.
We've got a bunch of stuff coming down the pipe. We've got several really high-profile people working on our stuff right now. There's a bunch of big stuff coming down the line, and that's in the mix. Anyways, we'll catch you soon, bud. 909.
Later.
Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5 Lima Bravo. This is AE5LB. CQ contest.
All right, I'm going to move up to 40. Anyone listening, I'm going to move up to 40. Jerk-off here is, I guess he's having a fun time doing CQ contests while he holds on to himself. So Radio Man's moving up to 40.
CQ contest. This is Alpha. contest, CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima.
Radio Man 260 calling for any stations and standing by. Radio Man 260 calling for any stations and standing by. Radio Man 260 calling for any stations and standing by. All right, let me respond. I guess I'll respond to some people here. Let's see. No, yeah, sorry guys. I can't quite look at the chat and then operate the SDR at the same time.
60.
CQ contest, CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo.
Yeah, go ahead there, 61 Texas. Go ahead.
This is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest.
106 North Texas.
106 North Texas. Go ahead from 260.
CQ contest, CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest. CQ contest, CQ contest. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is Alpha Echo 5, Lima Bravo. This is AE5LB. CQ contest, CQ contest. Flag.
And I never could.
9. Plane 09. We're right on the Mexican border over here. Chunk of rock and hit them when they're crossing the river. Roger. Some places it's deep where they got it dammed up, but where they're crossing it's knee deep if it's that deep. Oh yeah, there's a couple lakes down further down the river over here that well, they're not very deep right now either because of the drought, but they are lakes.
Morning, Bone Crusher. Radio Man 260. Good morning.
Yeah, there was 60 days in a row it was under 100 degrees or over 100 degrees here, Roger. It's 75 degrees here now, nice and cool this morning. We only had one other day I know of that has been this cool, and that was about 3 weeks ago. And besides that, you wake up in the morning, it's thick as pea soup and 85 degrees.
CQDX, this is World Radio.
All right, there's some more traffic in there. I'll catch you later. 9.
About that world radio station from Radio Man 260. Go ahead.
Are you calling back to World Radio 1167?
Yes, 1167 from 260.
Yeah, 260. Yeah, I'm out of Nebraska there. Just turned the radio on.
Okay, well, Nebraska's sounding pretty good. You got the Radio Man 260 up here, state of Maine. How you doing this morning?
Oh, doing fine. We had a beautiful morning this morning. A little cool. It was like 47, 48 degrees this morning and all that, but sunny day, just beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah, same here. We're having great weather this morning up here. And, yeah, we had kind of a bust for that Hurricane Lee, which was fine by me. And just going to finish up my coffee here and wrap up this. I was just doing a little Sunday morning DX.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Got a few things on the list to do today and all that, and I figured I'd sit down for a few minutes and see what's going on the radio.
Yeah, you got a great signal. I'm pointed right now out to the west, and you got a great signal up here into southern Maine.
Yeah, I'm talking on an ICOM 7300, and I've got one of 757 Boulder built amps behind it, and then I'm talking on an Antron 99. Hopefully upgrade that here sometime, either late this year or next year. I'm gonna maybe buy one of those Mr. Coyley ground, Excalibur .64 ground planes from him.
Yeah, I know a guy here locally that's running one of those. He seems to like it. I've seen it up, up close, I guess, or whatever from the ground. But yeah, that's a good antenna. Yeah, I'm on a 50-foot tower. I got a 4-element White Lightning quad on a 2995. My audio setup's just like a podcast microphone going into a Zoom soundboard audio processor, just going through the front of the radio.
Yeah, I was looking at doing that with my, getting something, similar like that for my ICOM. I just haven't done it yet. I was concentrating on a few other things. I, had back in June, I had a flash flood take out my basement in my house. Literally took a chunk of the wall out and all that. We braced it all up. So that's in the process of hopefully getting the house jacked up here in the next couple of weeks and getting the contractor over here to get the new foundation put in.
Wow, it took out a chunk of your wall. Holy moly. Concrete wall?
Cinder block. All that cinder block. We had like almost 3.5 inches of rain in about 25 minutes, and it come off the field across the county road here. Came off that. It's a gradual hill, but it all came down there, and the culvert over here just east of the house couldn't handle it, and it just came over across the road and basically hit my house broadside and knocked a 15-foot chunk of the wall out, and there isn't a place in the whole foundation that doesn't have a crack in it, it seems like.
Wow. Yeah, we had some rain up here. It took out my driveway. It overflowed the culvert, took out the driveway. So I'd say you sustained more damage than I did. Yeah, this is just a little $20 microphone, condenser microphone. It's a BM800. You get them on Amazon. And just a light amount of, it's nothing crazy, just going through the front of the radio. But it helps it give it a little bit fuller sound, a little bit of processing, light amount of echo. It allows me to record water gates, and I do a live stream with it. So right now I'm live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So it just gives me like ins and outs to kind of feed audio into different, into the computer and back through the computer. It allows me to do headphone monitoring and all that. So not trying to be like a hot rod hi-fi station, but just to have a little bit more flexibility on the audio.
Looking at putting, I'm not sure exactly what mics are on it and all that. I know it'll be a studio mic, but that guy out of New York sells a kit for it, and it comes set with a boom. It comes with just a stand and all that. But then some type of equalizer processor type deal, and then into there and all that. And I know a guy that's running something very similar to that, and that down in Texas, that Tony 909, Needle Bender 909, and his 7300 just sounds absolutely crystal clear.
Yeah, I just talked to Tony909. Don't know the guy personally other than from the radio. Seems like a real nice guy, just very personable, good guy to talk to on the radio, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's also the owner of Shogun Antennas. Builds them big beams and stuff like that, and stuff. And yeah, he's part of the World Radio Club. He's a needle bender, 909, Romeo Golf Club. I mean, anybody's. And I was out chopping silage yesterday, and I missed. He had one of the pop-ups and all that where you check in on, just out of the blue type deal and stuff. And I missed that one, and I haven't talked to him here probably in a month or so, and all that. But yeah, he's really super nice guy.
Was there another station in there trying to break in? Alright, I'll take that as a no. Yeah, he was just up on channel 39. We chat. I don't, like I said, don't know him personally, but I've talked to him enough on the radio that he remembers me. And I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. So that's about all I know about the guy. But it seems like a nice enough guy. Almost, it's like, I told him, I said, geez, I've talked to you enough times, I almost feel bad I'm not using one of your antennas. But I said, I don't have one for any bad reason. I just wanted to try running a quad, that's all.
I've never, a lot of guys ask him about his antennas and all that and stuff. I've never heard him put anybody else's antenna down and all that. He says, you just run what you want to run, whatever works for you and all that. He says, he would love to sell more of his antennas, but he doesn't put the other ones down and all that.
Yeah, personally, I think I see guys that get into the, the CB radio or just radio business in general, and they fall into the trap of bad-mouthing people. And I think you put, I'm not one of these like Buddhist monk people, but I think you put too much bad stuff out there and too much negativity out there. You kind of get it back in turn. I don't think it helps. I don't think it helps you when you're in business to bad-mouth other people.
Nick, the one that does the 757 Boulder built amps and all that, he's the same way. He'll work on other people's amps. He does his badmouth them. He'll improve them and stuff like that. But he's the same way. He just he used to. If I heard that right or read that and all that, he used to help build those I think Dave made amps and all that. He used to help build them or something, or work for the guy for a while and all that before he went off on his own. But he'll go and he'll help out, either repairing them or retrofitting them to newer stuff in them and all that and stuff. I mean, he's a really good guy too.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just grabbing something off the floor. Yeah, I've heard of Boulder built. Never, like I said, never dealt with them before, but yeah, I see that sometimes. I think guys fall in, I used to work in commercial, I used to do Motorola, and these techs, they'd show up on service calls and they go, oh, I don't like that, and that sucks, and, I wouldn't have done it that way, and, I just think it's a trap people fall into. It's like, you're being paid to fix it, just shut up and fix it,
I don't know why. Yeah, it's a trap. They fall into it. Maybe they're trying to boost their product up. I don't know, and all that. It's like the Antron 99. The only thing bad I have about the antenna, it works good. I've talked all over the world with it, but it seems to have a higher static level than an aluminum antenna, and that's the only reason I want to go to an aluminum is to get the static down.
Yeah, I'm actually on the horizontal side right now. I found that it's quieter. I'm able to hear you guys with a higher signal-to-noise ratio. So I'm on the horizontal right now, but overall, this, I know what you mean about the Antron. I know a lot of guys run them up here. The prices went up on them quite a bit, too. I mean, they used to be kind of like a cheap but good antenna, but I was just telling someone the other day, for crying out loud, for what you're going to spend on an Antron, there's better choices out there, in my opinion.
Yeah, you make
a $15 hex beam that'll kill any Omni.
And that was like one of the cheapest ones around and stuff. But now there's actually a couple more out there that are actually cheaper than the Antron now and all that. I think they're fiberglass also. But I mean, for $10 more, you can go to an aluminum antenna. I think that's that Mako one and stuff. Of course, aluminum is always gonna be quieter than the fiberglass.
Yeah, there was a station out there made a comment about a hex beam. Go ahead.
I was thinking you can make a hex beam for $12 or $15 out of PVC and a plastic spool in, and it'll totally crush an Omni.
Yeah, well, it's like conditions are kind of fading away from us here and all that. I didn't, you're not coming in real super strong like you were just a few minutes ago.
Yes, we got 1167 in Nebraska, and there was another station that came in there and made some comments about building a hex beam and how, basically it's an affordable antenna that will outperform an Omni. And I don't know where that other station is. That station talking about the hex beam, just real quick, what's your location?
I'm in Texas. I'm down here in North Texas. But yeah, I've built several hex beams for, traveling on vacation and beach houses and stuff. And I can make one for free if you got PVC laying around and a cable spool in for the hub. And, the problem with an Omni is they radiate equally weak in all directions.
Copy that on the station in North Texas. You got Radio Man 260 up here, the northeast corner, state of Maine. And we got 1167, I didn't write down his name, but he's out in Nebraska. 1167, you still copy me? Or are we losing conditions? Well, I think we lost conditions in Nebraska. Station over in North Texas, go ahead, from 260, Maine.
Yeah, this is 198, David, down here in Texas. I'm just barefoot. I'm waiting on a tube to warm up. But, I've built a bunch of hex beams over the years, and I've taken them down to the coast and then given them to a local or just trashed them. You make them out of, you need three 10-foot pieces of half-inch PVC, some zip ties, a cable spool in, a vacuum cleaner cord, and an SO239. I mean, it's super easy.
Yeah, copy that. I looked into making a hex beam at one time. Never ended up doing it, but I did look into it. Yeah, I know they're pretty popular antennas right now. A lot of guys are running them, so you've had good luck with them. That's good to hear. I got a handheld President Randy CB, and I made what's called the jungle antenna, and it's just basically a quarter wave ground plane out of wire and one of those Cobra head connectors with a BNC, and I took it up on a mountaintop, and that was a lot of fun. I threw it up into a tree, and I made the spreaders out of some green saplings, and I was doing pretty good up on that mountaintop with just a little ground plane on a President Randy handheld.
Oh yeah, I've operated off rooftops on vacation on wire antennas. I take an antenna tuner, one of those cell phone backup batteries that'll start your car and all, and a radio. It all fits in a shoebox, and I've operated off of several cruise ships all throughout the Caribbean, talking back to friends here in Texas.
There you go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've done that. I go hiking around here, and I've made antennas and stuff like that. And by the way, you got Bob here, Bravo Oscar Bravo, up here in southern Maine, and I'm on a 4-element quad, a White Lightning quad. And I'm just going to say good morning. I got some people listening on YouTube. I'm live streaming also. Just doing a little Sunday morning DX and finishing up the cup of coffee here. But you got a good station from good sounding station from North Texas. Back to you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm waiting on a tube to warm up. I don't have a lot of power online right now, but I'm on a long boom 3-element Yagi on a twin motor rotor, so it flips up vertical and horizontal. We get a lot of wind down here, so we try to keep the laundry light up in the air. A quad would get killed down here.
Yeah, the plan is my quad, I should be able to lower it, and when the wind gets crazy, but I'm surrounded by a lot of trees up here in Maine. It's in the middle of a cleared area, but got a lot of trees around it. So, but yeah, my setup here, I'm just on a 2995, and I'm using a podcast microphone. It's a BM800, cheap little condenser microphone, and I'm going through a little Zoom R8 soundboard, and just a light amount of processing, and it gives me some flexibility with audio for like when I do live streams and stuff. And I'm just going through the front of the radio. I'm not trying to be hi-fi, but I just needed the little soundboard set up to give me a little bit more flexibility with my audio routing.
That'll work, man. I'd tinker with that. I'm on a 7300 here. I'm just using a Heil headset right now, but I've got a couple of mics on booms through a Behringer mixer and a Behringer Shark that does the noise gate and all. I don't have it on right now, but I'll do it if I got more people in the room or something, several microphones spread out if my wife's in here or something. My tube finally warmed up, so the signal might be better. But yeah, I'm just on a 7300, 3 elements, 40 feet in the air, twin motor rotor with a G5500 rotor out there. So like I said, it'll flip up and down. We got a lot of noise here in the urban areas of Dallas, so sometimes, especially in the summer, you can tilt it at a 45 and get rid of some of that noise. And of course, you got that vertical or horizontal 20 dB difference locally. So some guys are flat, some are vertical, and then just takeoff angle. At one wavelength call, a vertical antenna has a different takeoff angle than a flat one. So I like to vary it up there. The amplifications, it's an ACOM 1500 with just a single 4CX1000. Pretty basic setup. I got a pile of radios over here, been in the hobby forever, but I've gravitated to what I use and trying to thin out this messy shack at this point.
Yeah, copy that. Well, like I said, very nice. I was kind of curious. I was like, I wonder when he's going to fire up that ACOM there, see when he starts putting the fire in the wire, what that's going to sound like up here. But, yeah, like I said, let me see the coffee. A little bit left on the coffee. I kind of told myself when the coffee's gone, I need to kind of start. I've had a lazy weekend. We had Hurricane Lee, which turned out to be a nothing burger. So I didn't really have any plans Saturday other than to lay low. So I typically, I got a lot of irons in the fire up here, and I don't really fart around much on the weekends. But this weekend's been a fart around kind of weekend, so that's okay. You got to do that every once in a while, I guess.
Oh yeah, I try to do as much as possible. But yeah, it's on now. I'm just mildly driving it, but you have to get a chance, man. These ACOMs, I have a pile of different amps that I've gone through over the years, Ameritrons and all that. Still have a few that I have laying around. Always have 5 spares of everything. But yeah, the OCOMs are nice. The ACOMs are nice. They just cost a fortune, so you gotta get one from a dead guy. But yeah, once you go in that direction, the only drawback is the tubes are a fortune. So I'm usually beating on an amp with cheap tubes. I've got to wait some fills unless I'm mobile, but I like the 572B tubes, and I got a bunch of them. They're dirt cheap. I don't blow them, but I got a lot of spares in case I do the early.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? I have a Command Technologies HF1250, and I'd like to use it over here, but I'd have to tap it. Have you ever tapped one of those? I'm going to have to re-tap it for up here. Have you ever done anything like that before?
I've never had to. It's got 10. I've had to do input tuning issues. I run a tuner between the radio and the amp. I run a tuner between the amp and I always just brush everything up, even though my amp will take a 3-to-1 SWR. But I've never had to re-tap one from 10 to 11. Because typically the 10-12 is in the same slot and 11's in the middle.
Hello, radio.
Well, it stops at 15 meters, and then there's an A and B slot. So this amp stops at 15 meters, so I'm guessing I could use the A or B, and I'm going to have to make my own tap. Does that make any sense?
Totally. Are you sure there's not an international box for that thing? When you pull out a block on the band switch and it switches over past 15 in a ghost position that's not labeled?
Correct. That is correct. Yeah, if you look up HF1250 on the internet, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a friend of mine had the, I think they're 2500s or something. He was the old rich guy and had, always had the biggest. But yeah, I've never had one of those. But I've never, other than a couple solid state amps that are not modifiable for 11, unless you can pry the company's information out of them. But I think all those are modifiable. I've never done that myself, but typically they have a 10-meter mod of some kind. Maybe it's a wire cut or a band switch mod or something, but it shouldn't be too difficult. What tube does it have? Like at 800 or something in it?
Boy, you'd have to give me a minute. I've never actually used it, so I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I hear they're good amps. I don't think they make them anymore, but they were like the top of the line when I was back in the 90s. That was the one I could never afford and always wanted.
3CX800A7, 3CX800A7, single tube.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good tube, man. It's good for the over 1400. I don't know if it runs on 240 or whatever or not, but yeah, they were known to be top of the line in their day, man. They were expensive as hell.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend, and he basically told me I would have to make a tap for it, and he said basically you got an A and B position in the switch, and he's like, just pick the A or B, and he's like, you'll have to make up a little tap for the coil, and he says it's going to take some experimentation. He says very, very low power, and kind of watch the he's like, basically set it up on 15, see what it does, see what it looks like, and then you'll have to set it up on 11, and kind of move that tap until you get it just right.
Yeah, I've never had to do that much effort on it, and I've done a ton of HF amps. Yeah, I showed this thing goes 160 through 10 on EHAM.
Well, I think they made a version of mine that was a 1250 HF 1250E, which was the export model, and mine is not the export model.
Okay, yeah, I just look it on EHAM, and they don't have the E on there, but that might be the case. But I've never ran across one that did 10 that wouldn't do 11 unless it was, some of the newer solid statements they've got blocked that are smart enough that once you hit 27 megahertz, they don't do that. But yeah, if it's not an E, I bet the guts are there though, man.
I don't know. So it came from a friend that was like an Elmer to me growing up, and he moved out to Nevada, and he's an older gentleman, and he just said, hey, I'm not going to take this thing when he moved, because it's so expensive to move from the East Coast to the West Coast. And he's got some money, he's a retired dentist, he's a pilot, and he's like, I'm just going to buy one when I get out there. So he gave it to me. He's known me since I was a little kid, and he says, here, you can have it. And I haven't gotten around to hooking it up yet, and the plan is to use it.
There you go. Yeah, it could loaf along in a kilowatt for you. Yeah, I'm not seeing the mod on here. My laptop's acted up here, and the keyboard is. But yeah, they show to be the one with the non-E on EHAM shows to be 16210, and if it's made after, that was made way after the ban on, wide open 10-meter amp manufacturing within the amateur community. But I'm sure there's probably a procedure in there where, as I described, you modify the band switch and cut a wire or something, and it opens it right up. That's what all the Americana amps are like that. They got a little green wire in there. You just got another amp position.
Yeah, who knows? I guess I need to take the cover off. But hey, what was your first again? The personal here is Bob. Bravo, Oscar, Bravo.
Yeah, name here is David. Delta Alpha Victor India Delta, and I'm $1.98 down here in beautiful North Texas.
Oh, okay, David. Yeah, I'm currently I'm live streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Just something I do for fun when I work a little DX, and so. But do you happen to do anything on Facebook or anything like that? I just use mine for CB Radio.
Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook for other hobby groups. Well, I guess I'm on some radio hobby groups. I'm on the the Hogtown Roundup and several of those enthusiast groups out there. The ACOM amplifier page. A bunch of those. I'm not an active streamer or anything. I mainly contribute content. And before Facebook, I was on cbradiostalk.com a lot.
Oh, okay. Would you mind if could I get your info to try to find you on Facebook?
you can, it's kind of hard. Just look up, go on the Hogtown Roundup and Google David, and my handle's $98, $DOLLAR-98. And if you look me up on cbradiotalk.com, I'm DRDX, as in Dr. DX, lowercase.
Okay, David. Yeah, I got all that info. I'll take a look. I'm gonna wrap it up here. My coffee's just about done, and I've had some nice conversations this morning with guys from all over the country. So some good talk. That's one of the things. It's one of the things that drives me nuts about ham radio. I'm also a ham. It's all that wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of chat on there. You know, all the guys are chasing paper. You know, contest. I can't stand that. I like having conversations with people. So yeah, I'm gonna get going here. It's 11:30 here locally. I want to get outside and do a few things today while the weather's nice before I burn all the day up here. But I'll send it back to you for once more, David. 198 North Texas. This is 260, the Radio Man. Back to you.
That sounds good there, Bob. Yeah, I've been a ham for 40 years this year. I've been a ham since I was 13 years old. CW freak for years. Used to give the test. So yeah, I don't like the wham bam out there. It kind of gets old on, and everybody talks about the weather. Hey, we all have a weather app, man. But I'm going to clear out too. But if you have and I got somebody else jumping in there. If you have any kind of Facebook identifier, I'll join your page or whatever. Anyway, be good up there, Bob. I'll clear after your final and respond to the other station that jumped in there. $1.98 down here, Collin County, Texas. With a wave. I'll see you. Have a good week, man. Enjoy the weather.
Okay, David. Yeah, if you look up Freddie Burns on Facebook, and I got Radio Man in parentheses. I got a little cartoon character, and it says Radio Man talking into a D104. That's me.
Okay, good deal. All right, man. That's better than RF Burns, right? We used to have one of those on mall droppers. I've been all over those sites back when I was competition mobile stuff. I'll see you, man. That other station, Colin, what's going on? But I got a friend that has one, and his talks on 11. Mine talk. This is the steel tube 1500, and it came operational on here. It's got a slot for 24 to 28 meg, and it works on it.
All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Coffee's done. Thanks for everyone that stopped by. This is Radio Man 260, State of Maine. We're shutting down the live stream.